Hi girls, it's Michelle again. I've gotten so behind on the Marion's 31-day challenge. As a matter of fact, I wasn't going to complete it because I had been watching one of my people that I subscribe to, and she made a comment about it's not a 31-day video and that she was sick of seeing them, and then all the comments that people left said virtually the same thing, and I thought, well, I don't want to piss people off. So I thought, well, I'm not going to continue with it. And then my husband said to me, are you really going to let those comments stop you from doing something that you really wanted to do? And being me, I sulked on it for a bit. Then I mulled it over and I thought, no, I'm not. This is for me, not for anybody else. And at the end of the day, if nobody wants to watch it, then they just need to turn it off. They don't need to watch it. But for me, I'm doing it for myself. So now I'm giving you the opportunity to switch off if you don't want to watch it. But for now, this at the beginning on my day one, I showed you some cards that I hadn't finished and I needed to finish because they were sitting there for so long. Well, this is the one that I particularly showed, I think, and it's finished now. The cardstock is from Stamping Up, as are the inks, and the flowers are from Prima, and the stamps and the sentiment, and this little lace type stamp here is from Crafty Secrets. And I love how it turned out. I cut it down a little bit smaller, but I really like it. Yeah, that's one. And then when I showed you in my haul when I bought this for $6, I think it was, down at, was it $6? God, girls, my memory is getting so bad. Down at Spotlight. Anyway, I just said I had plans for this stamp here in particular. Well, what I did was I used white cardstock, and then I got out my glimmer mists, and I used about 8 different glimmer mists, and I created my interpretation of it, the colours of a peacock feather, and I do have vases full of them here, and so I just picked out the colours of what I could match, and they just all blended in together, and I just love how it turned out. This background cardstock is from the Mariposa solid cardstock pack, and it matched perfectly with some of these colours that I've blended in. The single feather here is also from that set, and then I just used my watercolours and coloured it in with using some of the colours that I'd used to glimmer mist. So I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I haven't put a sentiment on it. I thought I'd wait and see what I wanted to use it for. Again, these these flowers are Prima. The brads that I've been using lately are from my dollar shop, and they're quite cheap. I think for $16 they're $2. So I'm pretty happy with that. And every time I go in, I buy a couple of packs because, sure as eggs, one day they're going to run out, and I'm just going to go, I have no more. So I just keep hoarding them. Yeah, so that's card number 2. I really like how it turned out. And then I used to do card challenges all the time on my blog, but I've been so neglecting of my blog for the last 12 months, seriously neglecting of it, and I've stopped taking part in challenges, but just every now and again I just do one just when I've got nothing else to do. But since I discovered YouTube and a whole new world out there of mini albums and etc, etc, cards, and I've been a card maker for 20 years, cards took a back seat. But my girlfriend and I, we Skyped one day, and we, as we normally do, we hadn't done it for a couple of weeks, and so this is one of the cards I turned out on that day. The paper is from October Afternoon, which is my Modern Homemaker one that I just got in a recent haul. The cardstock, of course, is Stampin' Up. The chipboard is from Modern Homemaker, and this is from Cosmo Cricket, the mini alphas. And I think that's all. So that's card number 3. And this is card number 4, again using the Modern Homemaker. I think I'm in love with it, although I think Thrift Shop might be my my all-time fave, but I really like this as well. These are from my stash I've had forever in there. It was a sketch challenge again, for Techno Stamper, I think. And as a matter of fact, I'd waited so long to do this video that I just found out today that I was the top 3 for this one. And this one was my favourite, so go figure. These buttons are from Stampin' Up. I don't even know if they sell them anymore, but I've had them in my stash and I hoard them. I've never used them before, which is typical of me if you know me. and I busted them out and I put the Modern Homemaker cardstock underneath, and that's linen thread from Stampin' Up. I think also the sentiment is from Stampin' Up, and it's really, really tiny, as you can see. So that's card number 4, done and dusted. And this is my second time doing this video. I wanted to delete some other ones to make room on my card. I deleted the whole lot, so I've got to do it again. I bought some things from 2P's on a bucket. Not on a bucket, in a bucket. And I put the Prima flowers away, so sorry girls, I'm not going to show you those. But these were on special. They're Donna Downey foam stamps, and they come with the acrylic and everything. If you can stand the rustling, sorry girls, I know this is painful to the ears. I'll try hard not to make a sound. But look at that, isn't it beautiful? Oh. You can use these for your art journal. You can Braille acrylic ink on them, acrylic paint, and it just washes off. You've got to look after them to prolong the life of it. But yep, that's a Donna Downey original, and I think Australian dollars it was only $4.86, so that was pretty reasonable actually. I thought they were on special. And this is my other one, and I'm going to take it out of the bag very quietly, because I know the sound is irritating. I know. Look at this one. I've wanted this one for so long. Look at it. It's huge. It's like about... It's 10.5 inches long by 8.25 inches wide. So that gives you an indication of how big it is. But isn't it lovely? I mean, you only have to use a bit on your journal page. I have been keeping art journals for a while. I just don't show it because I'm not a very good artist. So there you go. There's those two. Again, that was $4.86 as well on special. But I watched Donna Downey's videos, her Wednesday videos, and she inspired me to make this art journal, and it's watercolour paper, and I used proper bookbinding thread to bind it, and then I had this Making Memories pad for the, what's that cutting machine? Can't remember. The slice. So it was an 8x8 pad for the slice. Yeah, so I haven't finished this page. I just didn't like it. It wasn't doing anything for me, so there it sits, my first page into the journal, and I left it. Another one. This was me trying to be messy but not succeeding very well. I tried. It is messy. It's very messy for me. There's another one there. I don't do messy very well. I've got to learn to let go. Very hard when you're so rigid. I don't like to write outside the lines. Whereas my daughter said, how can you be an artist if you can't write outside the lines? And I took part in Willow Wing's free art course that she put out to the public. And that was one of my little whimsical creatures that I did. And then I did this one as well. I have to colour them yet. But yeah, and I'm doing her, I paid for the course this time. I'm doing the Mythical Creatures course. It's a 6-week course, and the first week we've got to do a 24-inch by 30-inch canvas, and I'm very, very scared to do that because I've never worked on a canvas before, a big one, doing an art piece, and I've got to draw a goddess. I'm scared. So there's also from my course that I did with her. She is a whimsical artist, and she's very, very talented. And I do know that I see a lot of the girls from YouTube, I see their names on her Ning site. So I know that there's a lot of girls who take part in her courses. But she's not finished yet. But she was my first girl, and I did her on, I already had the pages coloured with watercolour. And I did such a good job of her, I thought, but she's on purple, so she's my purple girl. And this is just my moleskin. I've got others, but I'm I'm not going to show you those. I think I'll leave those for another day. I do have other things to show you, but I'll wait for another video because then I can do another day. Yay! Okay girls, bye for now. I'll see you shortly.